just about ready to roll here. And starting in this one, Jose Berrios.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And there's a foul ball. Outside with a breaking ball. And a foul ball. Got him swinging. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly, he had him fooled.
James Wood digs in now. That's in there. It's 0-1. Wood bats left, throws right, batting second in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick in 2021. And that one wrapped foul. 1 out, bases empty. Hit hard on the ground to short. Bichette whips it to first. 2 away here in the top of the first. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. Still early in the season, but so far it has been a struggle for this team, ranking towards the bottom in both on base and runs. They do have some power.
Yeah, and you expect a club like this to gel and to put things together. When you break camp of spring training, sometimes you're a little too anxious. You're trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen, and I think that's going to happen eventually for this team.
Bert Ruiz, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 out, space is empty. That one way inside. Two down, nobody on. And another ball. That's ball 4. Tried another sinker, but couldn't find a zone.
It just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
2 outs, runner at first. Nathaniel Lowe now at the plate, and immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. And that's outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Swing and a ground ball. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nationals leave 1. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. And we're back. And on the hill in this one, Mackenzie Gore. What should we keep an eye on here?
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Bottom of the first. Now it's the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Fly ball to right. Call makes the play, and there's one down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. This group was shut out their last game, so we're going to see if they can bounce back with a better effort here today.
And Boog, it can get in your head a little bit when you get shut out. You're frustrated. You're seeing that consecutive streak of innings you haven't scored, and you want to get off to a great start, score early, because if you don't, you feel like you could linger into 2 consecutive games, which no one wants to be a part of.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. batting with one down, takes a strike. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. And gone. He'll touch them all. His first homer of the year. The Blue Jays on the board first. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
He was all over that one. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Foul ball there. Santander, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Runner on the go. That one fouled off. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
In the air, right field, call. Sizing this one up. He's got it, and that'll do it. Jays open it up with a solo homer. It's now 1-0. You're dialed into the show. Second inning set to go. And here's the first baseman, Josh Bell.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field. But he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Berrios back to work. That one ripped. In one, hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. The relay to second, and that's a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Got a good pitch to drive, stayed short with his bat path to the ball, and caught it out front. And he stayed long in his follow-through. That's how you split the gap, and that's pretty much a double every time.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Just missed. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it.
In the air, left field. Santander makes the catch, and there's one gone. How much were you aware of the umpire's scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
Makes the sliding stop, fires to first, and they get the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Up now for Washington, Alex Call. In for a strike, 0-1. Runner at third, 2 away. Next offering is in for a strike.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And ball 1.
That's inside.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. 2 outs and a runner at third. Here at the top of the second.
2-2.
In the dirt, blocked. Nice job behind the plate there. Two outs. Goes down looking. So a leadoff double, but they can't cash it in. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Nationals nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. We head to the bottom of the second, and the batter now, George Springer. And a foul ball. And it skips in the dirt. Out to short, Abrams. Jump throw. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
The effort was there with the jump throw. You gotta love it, but it just wasn't in time. Still a really impressive play just to get to that ball and make it close at first. And not every shortstop could even make that play.
Here's the second baseman, Will Wagner. That misses the zone.
Outside.
Ball 1. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Wood hauls it in, and there's one away.
Batting eighth, third baseman, Ernie Clement.
Now the third baseman, Ernie Clement. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. That clips the corner.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Springer on the run. And he hits a ground ball right side. And it's through for a hit. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out. Here's the rookie right fielder, Alan Roden. This one in the air to Young. Has this one sized up. Squeezes it. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Bichette.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. And that one is inside, ball 1. Springer at third. Clement on at first with 2 down. The shortstop takes the ball.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Hot shot to first base, and he snags it to end the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair, but they still lead it 1-0. New inning getting started, and now up for Washington, Jacob Young. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Right through there for a strike. Pitch misses inside. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. Wagner calls it in, and there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So the Nats lineup turns over. And the batter now, C.J. Abrams. Went down on strikes his first time through. Line drive. And a couple of quick outs.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Wood at the plate now. That's ball 1. And that misses. Now 2-0. And another ball.
3.
And that drops in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. Well struck right field. And that one hops the wall. Throws to second. And that's a 2-out double.
All over that one right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Walked his first time. Now a screamer into the outfield. Drops into the glove, and that is that. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Nationals nothing. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Right through there for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Some high cheese for strike 3.
Came after him with the fastball on 0-2, and that's a pretty good demonstration of what power pitching is all about. He's got the stuff, obviously, and right there he used it to put his opponent away without needing to waste any pitches.
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
And delivers outside.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire didn't give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
Late on that fastball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Outside low, and it's 1-0. Fastball for a strike. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Runner takes off. Ball misses. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Just missed. On the ground, Garcia throws to first, and that's the 3rd out. 1 left for Toronto, but they're on top 1-0. As we go to the top of the 4th, now it's the DH, Nathaniel Lowe. Lowe. Now measures 6 feet 4 inches, 220 pounds, and he's usually a first baseman, but today he's the designated hitter. First pitch just misses.
Some people say that first basemen kind of have the day off regularly because they don't run around a whole lot. But when you think about it, they are involved in just about every single play, and there's a lot of stress that gets put on their legs. So a well-deserved day at the DH spot for him.
There's a strike.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Outside.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Santander. 1 away.
First baseman, Josh Bell.
Josh Bell at the plate now. Doubled his first time up. And here's the strike. The Nationals trailing by a run, top half of inning number 4. That one misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hard hit left side. And he can't come up with it.
Up next, for the Nationals, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
1 gone, runner at first. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Ball 1 and a pitch inside. Next offering is fouled back. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
First and second, 1 out. Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. 0 for 1 so far. That one's in there. Strike 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Next pitch is outside. That one just misses.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Gets a piece and stays alive. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. One runs in. Now a relay to the plate. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. It's 2-1. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
One out, runner at second. And here is Alex Call. Caught looking his first time up. And that's fouled off. DeYoung leads off second with one gone in the inning. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first two pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
Jacob Young digging in for the Nationals. First pitch, and he just misses. Man at second. Gets him to chase after that one.
No, that's that start right there. He threw it extremely well. He talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Man on second, 2 down. Just missed. That catches the outside corner. And that's strike 2. Runner at second, 2 down. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Two outs. That's out to center field. Jimenez under it, brings it in, and that'll do it. But they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, and the batter is George Springer. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, these Blue Jays just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Oh, that got away from him. And he's going to reach on a hit by pitch to lead off the inning.
Well, it looks like he wanted that slider to finish on the inside part of the plate, not start on the inside and end up hitting the batter. It looked to me like he just tried to do a little too much with that one.
Runner on the move. Pitch is low. Throw to second. He's safe. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
And fouled off.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
Next offering is downstairs.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Ernie Clement in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Blue Jays down a run. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Almost a coin flip for the umpire in that call, but most umpires just don't want to give pitchers a break up in the zone like that.
Here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement, and he's already singled in this game. First pitch misses. And a sweeper catches the plate. That's outside. 2-1. Fastball for a strike at 95. Next pitch inside. Ball 3.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner.
In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball. On the ground right side. And that one finds its way through. They won't test it here. Bases loaded, no outs.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole. Now a great opportunity to at least tie up this game with something like a sac fly or an error in the infield, but another hit to the outfield.
Just a slow ground ball this time. And they tie the game with an infield single. Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Mackenzie Gore done for the day, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break. Now on the mound for the Nationals, number 61.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Golden opportunity right here. And the first offering is not close.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, one hitter at a time.
On a line. Young tracks it down for the out. Throw is offline, and he scores. 3-2, they take the lead.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's already homered in this game. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Still only one out here in the inning. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes. One ball.
This
2
one
strikes.
in the dirt. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Runners at first and second with 1 gone. Line drive, base hit. Clement around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Well done. Drives in the run. You'll take those bloop hits off the end of the bat all day long. It doesn't mean you put a great swing on it, but hitters deserve to get a lucky hit every now and then.
So digging in, Anthony Santander. And that is in for a strike. 0-1. And that one missing low. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just missed.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That one misses. And now 3 balls and a strike. Struck him out looking.
That was a really nice pitch call for that put-away slider right there. You look at the sequence in that at-bat, and he hadn't thrown it yet, so this makes it really tough to recognize and fight off with 2 strikes. I'm sure it looked like a fastball all the way until it wasn't.
And now it's going to be Andres Jimenez. 1 for 2. And that is out of play. Missed with a changeup, and that is ball 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Two on, 2 outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Roden at second. Guerrero at first. 2 out of the inning. That's down and in. Alejandro Kirk on deck for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. They limit the damage here. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Nationals 2. Back now in Toronto. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, C.J. Abrams. Berrios back to work.
Ball.
The shortstop takes the ball.
You know, these Nationals finding ways to get on base, but they still need help driving them home. They only have one hit with runners in scoring position, so a lot of squandered opportunities. It's tough because those are moments you just can't get back.
And it's caught for the out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a man aboard now with one away.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Here's the catcher, Bert Ruiz. Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second. Two down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the fifth. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1-1.
And that one got a piece of him.
First base.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Low in the box with two gone, and takes a look at a called strike. That one missing inside.
One ball, two strikes.
Not close with that one, and it's 2-2. That one missed.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Rips one to right. Fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. And he's out.
Right on the tag.
Knocked down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
And we're back, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. And that one is inside.
Well, these Jays putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Righty delivers. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-1. He swings and fouls one off. That one not close. 3-2 now. That to right. Call. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting, designated hitter,
Here's George Springer. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball one. Swings through that one for strike one.
1-1.
And that's way high. And that's ball
2
two.
balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away. Last half of inning number 5. Check swing on the 2-2. Appeal to first. No swing. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Call. Pulls it down and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, second baseman,
Will Wagner next up for the Blue Jays. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Wood makes the grab, and that is that. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Josh Bell. Swing, and all the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
Ground ball, Vlad Jr. He'll do it himself, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
now batting, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
So up next, Luis Garcia. Just missed. The Nats down by a pair, and we're the top half of the 6th. Next offering is in for a strike. The 1-1 is fouled off. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Popped up left side. Bichette puts it away for the out. That's out number 2. Paul DeYoung digging in for the Nationals. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
And it's fouled away. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, great stop. Jump throw across his
he's in
body.
there.
Wide throw pulls him off the bag, and the inning still alive.
With 2 outs, you just want to find a way to keep the line moving for the next guy. So an infield single right there does the job. Nicely done, just putting it in play and getting down to first to keep this inning alive. You never know what might come next as a result.
Here comes the manager out of the Blue Jays dugout, and he will make a move to the pen. That's all for Jose Berrios. Gave him a good effort as he exits with a lead. And we'll have a new pitcher when we come back.
Now pitching.
Yariel Rodriguez taking over on the mound. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that one is downstairs. And that's ball 1.
Ball 1, no strikes.
DeYoung leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And another ball.
No strikes.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2 outs. And a foul ball makes the count 2-1. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Popped up. Bichette. He makes the grab, and that'll do it. So the Jays pen does its job nicely there. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Nationals 2. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom of the inning. And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Ball 1 there.
1-1.
And that's in the dirt. And that one hammered. That's back there. And out of here. His first homer of the year, and they add a run. It's 5-2.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spit on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Alan Roden getting ready to hit. And that's too high.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Popped up to the left into foul ground. DeYoung makes the grab, 1 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
So the lineup flips over. So up next for Toronto, Bichette. And that one upstairs. Just missed. One out, base is empty, and a run in here in the bottom of the sixth. Just missed. Inside ball four.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
And now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He had a big swing for these guys way back to the first inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
That one off the mark, ball one. Fought off foul. There goes the runner. Hit on the ground to short. Into the outfield, base hit. And now two aboard.
Now batting, left fielder.
And next for Toronto, Anthony Santander. 1 for 3. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. One out. Runners at first and second. Next offering misses down and away.
Good miss with that changeup away. He needs a ball on the ground for a double play. Minimize the potential threat right here. On the hitter's side, nice job of laying off that pitch.
That one misses. 2-2. Stays alive. Two on, one out. That one the other way. This one could be trouble. Bichette around third and headed home. One run across. Vladdy coming around third. Out at the plate.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Andres Jimenez. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Touches down, that's a hit. The run comes in from second. It's an RBI single. It's 7-2.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Put a pretty good jolt into that one. Great swing, nice balance and weight transfer, and he got it to drop in out there in the deep part of the field.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Number 61 will depart, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now
On to pitch now for the Nationals, Orlando Ribalta.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So a man aboard, Alejandro Kirk, next up for the Blue Jays. Swinging a foul straight back. Runner on the go. A rope into right, and that's a base hit. Coming around third is Jimenez. He will score. The throw to second is offline.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Man at second here with 2 away. And now the DH, George Springer. Pitch misses, and it's 1-0. Man at second. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swings here and drives one well left field. Way back, and you can forget it. George Springer leaves the yard. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add to the lead. It's 10-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
So digging in, Will Wagner. And that's in there for strike one. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights it off. You'll see another. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And now an 8-run lead at 10-2. Back after this on the show. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, you've tightened up the hairdo, but back when you played, how valuable was it to have a barber in the clubhouse?
Well, Boog, I'm going to say invaluable. That's how valuable that it was, because I was the barber. Yes, I was the team barber, man. I'd be cutting hair 7:05 game. I'd be finishing cutting someone's hair at 6:45.
Whoa.
And I'd ask these guys, you're making millions of dollars. Why can't you go to a stylist and get your hair done? You're coming to the clubhouse pressuring me to cut your hair before a game.
That one is upstairs. Would they pay you?
No, absolutely not. Not even a meal on the road. So I think it's great now that most of these teams have professional barbers that come in and make them look fresh before the games.
One down, base is empty. And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch. Scale of 1 to 10, how good a barber were you?
For a non-professional, I'd say I was probably a 7. But if I was comparing to professionals, I'd be like a 3.
Left field, and there's 2 down.
I'll never forget the time that I cut Jose Canseco's hair. He had a pretty big melon, Boog. And
Big dome?
It took a while.
Yeah.
There's a little pressure there, too, because he had a big date that night, and he wanted me to make sure that everything looked good.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a big guy, too. I didn't want him to hurt me.
Yeah, he's large. And first offering is fouled off. And strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
And 1 and 2. And there's a ball.
2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Nationals go quietly, and the deficit stays at 8. It's 10-2. Bottom of the 7th, and now for the Jays, Ernie Clement. Ribalta, a 6'7" righty, 245 pounds, and he was born in Cuba. There's a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul at a play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Ball down.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
And that skips in the dirt. Ripped, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard. So up next for Toronto, Alan Roden. Down the middle for a strike. 0-1. Clement gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Pitch misses there. And 1-1. That's inside.
1 strike.
Fouled off to the right. In the air, left field. Wood on his way over. Makes the catch for the out.
Now batting, shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Digging in, Bo Bichette. There's a swing and a drive. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Coming home. The relay. relay throw. He'll score easily, and they now lead by 9. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Orlando Ribalta done for the afternoon, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they turn things over to the righty, Lucas Sims.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
One down. Vladdy Jr. stepping to the dish now. Swing and a chopper out to short. Abrams tosses to first, and Guerrero is set down.
Left fielder, Anthony Santander.
Next to hit, Anthony Santander.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
That's way outside. 1-0. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Number 48 preparing to come on if needed. Poche getting loose as well. Man on second, 2 down. Fastball for a strike. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Misses the zone for a ball. That was the sweeper. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 8th inning coming up. Jays 11 and the Nationals 2. Back now in Toronto. We go to the 8th, and it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. Rodriguez back to work. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
That's off the mark, and the count 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
2-2 the count.
Good eye right there.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
The other way, and foul ball. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. And there's one away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Nathaniel Lowe.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Now one missed. chopped up. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, first baseman, Josh Bell.
2 down, bases empty. Josh Bell digging in for the Nationals. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
2 strikes.
And misses inside.
Count's full.
That's ball
That pitch
4.
is up.
Tried
Ball
another
4.
fastball, but missed the spot.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So a man at first. Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. And there's the strike. And there's a foul ball. Two outs. Line drive. Makes a nice running catch. And that is that. So 1 left for Washington. That won't help much. It's 11-2. And we're back. Bottom of the 8th. And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Andres Jimenez. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that's down and away.
1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
And they'll do it again. And a 1-2 again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Lifted in the air, out to left. And makes the grab. 1 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Bell makes the grab for the second out.
Now batting, designated hitter George Springer.
2 outs, base is empty. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch, and he just misses. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
And that one way outside. And it's 2-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. That one outside. And that's ball 3. That one the other way. Brings it in for the 3rd out. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Through 8 full. Jays 11 and the Nationals 2. All set to start the 9th in this one. And here is Paul DeYoung. That one catches the zone. That's strike 1. And that's downstairs and outside. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Roden pulls that one down, and there's one down. Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. 0 for 3 in this one. Right through there for a strike. The Nationals with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. Next offering down low and in the dirt. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Roden makes the catch. 2 down. Last chance for the Nats in this one. Next to hit for the Nats, Jacob Young. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. That one in there across the letters. Swing and a ground ball towards first, but foul. The Nats down to their final strike. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game.
The ball for his first career save deserves to be on display at his house. I mean, it's kind of like when a restaurant frames its first dollar bill somewhere on a wall. You just can't forget your first save.
11-2 the final tally. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.